my travel vlog camera. What up YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video, and in this video I want to answer a question a lot of people have asked. Jermaine, what's up with your travel vlog camera? Tell us about your travel vlog camera. And here it is right here. This is my travel vlog setup. If you are curious what type of camera this is a GoPro Hero 6. And there are some attachments here. There are a bunch of attachments. Let's just talk about this here. So first off, we have obviously the GoPro Hero 6, which is in the case here in the housing. On the front here we have a UV lens filter for the front of the GoPro. You can also interchange these. If you break one, you can switch it out. If you want to, change the color, like if it's sunset, you want to, change one of these, you can easily change it just like so. And it just screws on. On top we have the Rode mic. One thing I really like about this Rode mic, if you are traveling, you can easily set this up. I'm gonna pull this out of the bottom here because this also has a stand on this. I'll leave links to all of these items in the description below, but I'm just gonna pull this stand out really fast so I can stand this up so I don't have to hold the camera. See, now the camera is just standing up with this stand here, and I am kicking over a beer bottle from last night. I am in Bali right now if you guys are interested. Yeah, just filming a video here. And up top, I really like this Rode mic because if you're traveling, you know how it is. Sometimes you can't take a lot of stuff with you. In my case, I'm traveling with this backpack right here. This is the only backpack I brought for my Southeast Asia tour. So I don't really have a lot of space for fancy cameras and stuff like that. So that's why I really like this microphone too, because microphones are big, look at this. But this microphone can break down pretty small. You can just undo this like so. You stick this in your bag and then you can pull the microphone out of here. And you can safely wrap the microphone up in something so it won't get damaged. And then this is the dead cat. You don't really have to worry about this. It's not gonna get damaged because it's just like some man-made fair here or something like that. To put this back together is pretty simple. You just snap it over like so, and you just put this over on the top, the cold shoe mount, and it's just on, and then you want to connect the cord. And there you go. This is the vlogging setup I have right here. Now this is not the simplest vlogging setup, okay? And there are a lot of shots that I can get without this whole microphone setup. One thing about the microphone setup, it helps a lot when it's windy outside and when there's a lot of noise. But one problem I have with this setup is when I'm vlogging like this and I'm talking to the camera, it sounds great. And then if I just turn the camera around like this and I'm just talking like, hey guys, look at this. Well, if my mouth is this far from the microphone, like this far from the microphone, it can't pick it up. It can only pick up from here. So a lot of times I have to hold the camera like this and talk so that my voice like picks up. And if I don't have this whole setup going, I can just have the GoPro in my hand, just like so, and I can just talk like right above the GoPro. That way the audio is great. And when I'm filming on an airplane and I'm showing the safety cards, this is usually how I'm filming because my voice is right on top of the microphone and you can just hear my voice. But when you're walking outside and it's really windy and you're trying to get yourself like this, you can't really pull this option off. So you kind of have to have this setup. Another thing about this setup actually attract a lot of attention. When people see someone walking down the street talking like this, they know what you're doing. When I'm walking down the street talking like this, it's a little bit different. Like, people just don't really know. Now that can go good either way. Maybe you want people to notice you, maybe you want people to see that you're vlogging, and that way you can have people doing crazy stuff in the background. I really like when people do crazy stuff in the background. I've noticed in Asia people do a lot of stuff in the background whenever you're vlogging. But then there's also those times that you're vlogging and you kind of don't really just want to be like way out in the open, and you don't really want to have this setup. So that way you can have this setup, and this is much smaller. I can take this camera and just put it right here, and then Both of my hands are free. I guess if I don't have this in my hand, both of my hands are free. But if you're out on the beach and it's windy and there's a lot of noise going on, this is gonna work out a whole lot better. Now let's talk about this bottom piece. Okay, so the bottom piece is this adapter. Now this is one drawback about this whole setup. I'm just gonna say this because this is really annoying and this has pissed me off so many times. And I actually bought this whole setup months ago and I did not even use this setup because of this one problem. Whenever I'm filming with the GoPro, if I have the GoPro in here, what I have to do, there's two ways to cut the GoPro on. You can cut the GoPro on from here if you press this button. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds the camera cuts on and it automatically starts filming. Right now this camera is picking up audio because this is not plugged in. Now if I hit this button again, the camera cuts off and it saves this like 20-second video footage that I just shot. Now there's another way to cut the GoPro on, and if you are filming with one of these, you want to cut the GoPro on like this, where you cut the camera on. When you cut the camera on from the bottom button, the camera's on, but it's not filming. And then what I have to do is I have to take this cord and stick it inside of the camera. And then I can go up because now the camera is on, it's not filming, and it's on. Now I can go hit this button, and now I can start recording and I can pick up audio from this microphone. So when I want to stop recording, what I have to do is, press this same button. Now when I want to stop recording, what do? I press this same button up top here. So I want to stop recording and now the camera cuts off, and if I want to start back to recording, once again I can just go like so, just start filming just like so, and then when I'm done I can stop and it's going to pick up the audio. There's been so many times I've started filming with the camera just off, okay? And all of a sudden I hit this button, I wait 4 seconds, everything's plugged up, I wait 4 seconds, I pull out, I start talking to the camera, blah blah blah, I'm having an awesome day, this is how I'm getting this video started. And then you know what happens? I go to Final Cut later to edit the footage and there is no audio. There's simply no audio. So this is one drawback with this whole setup. You kind of have to make sure it's recording audio. A lot of times I will do audio tests over and over and over, especially if I'm filming something that I just can't reenact, or if something I know is going to happen and I just can't catch that shot again. A lot of times I will have to like sort of cut the camera on with this unplugged, okay? And then I'll plug this up after the camera's on, and then I'll have to like cut the camera on and say testing, 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 testing. Then have to cut the camera off, or not cut it off but stop the recording. Then go over to the video. And this can kind of get annoying because when you go over to the video you actually have to unplug this so you can hear it. Let's see. So a lot of times I'll film and then I'll have to test out the shot to hear if... So the audio did pick up. So a lot of times I'll have to do this, but I have to do this when I'm out like filming. So I have to like film, testing, and then I have to put the camera up to my head and listen, and it can kind of get annoying. I like the fact that this bottom piece has a stand. Let's show off this bottom piece here. So this can do a whole lot of things. We can make this a selfie stick, like so. Like this. Like we can literally be like, hey guys, I am in such and such country, and it can be like a vlogging selfie stick like so, and this is a 3-way mount, so this thing can go all sorts of ways. One way I like to use it when I'm on the skateboard, my electric skateboard back in the US, is I like to have it up like so, this, and then I like to tilt the actual camera part. So when I tilt the actual camera part, I can just hold the camera like so, like this. Like this is just a very different way of holding the camera when you're trying to get low shots. And then if you want, you can kind of flip the camera around so you can kind of hold it upside down, like so. So when I'm on a skateboard and I'm just cruising, I can just hold the camera like this, like so. So it's a pretty cool setup. I really like this setup. There are a few drawbacks, but at the end of the day, it works great. It works really great. The audio sounds so much better for so many shots, and yeah, just want to show you guys my vlogging setup, and you can kind of do it however way you want to. I had this attached with electrical tape. I don't know what's the best way to put this. I've still been experimenting with it. I change it up all the time. And then the cord, sometimes the cord is better here on the back, because you see how the microphone bobs every now and then. In some shots the microphone is like in the shot, so you have to like pinch it in post. But a lot of times what I'll do is slide the microphone back just a tad bit, like so, and then take the cord and put it on the front, because when I put the cord around the front, the microphone tilts up just a little bit. As you can see, it's going around the front, and it does not block the lens here, so the red cord does not show up here, so it works great. And the microphone is sort of tilt up, and then you can move it like this and then it'll tilt back down. But I usually like it like tilt up like so. And this is a pretty cool setup. It's really light, it's really easy to travel with. I did bring my Lumix LX10, and I also brought my Lumix G7, and I haven't used my Lumix G7 this whole trip. And G10, I've been using it quite a bit. I'm actually using it to film this video right now. So yeah guys, this is my vlogging setup, my travel vlogging setup. I like this setup. It's simple, it's light, it's easy, and I like the 4K 60 frames per second. I really wish GoPro had 4K 60 frames per second with image stabilization. That's probably gonna come out maybe next year or later this year. But yeah, this is the setup right now. I'll have links in the description below where you can find all of these items. It's not a lot of items here, but yeah, definitely have links. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out, yo.